Yeah, yeah, I wasn't ready for a presentation yet. But hey, everybody, welcome to Man of the Metaverse. We got Lewis from My Life, My Money, and we got Beast Dad over there. And Brandon, man, what we gonna talk about today?
Well, our topic is the music label to blame, but I did want to ask you, I like to do some quick fire questions, kind of throw you off. Did you see the video with somebody that you vouched for? You say you like a lot of stuff he said. Are you frozen? You're not frozen, are you? Lewis. Well, I think my
What you
co-host.
talking about?
Okay. It was frozen for a second, but anyway, Charleston White. Did you see what Charleston White did?
What did Charles White say?
Well, let me see. I'm gonna try to pull the video up because we talk about firearms a lot on this
Come about
channel.
vouch for it. Come about
You did.
man, I'll vouch for him. That nigga.
Well, like I said, you speak highly of Candace Owens and Charleston White, but and Jim Jones.
What you mean?
Those
Brandon, is that my Wi-Fi or your Wi-Fi?
Well, I plug mine up straight to the modem, so I'm not sure. But I'm about to pull it up. I'm about to see. Oh shoot. And it'd be better if we could let's see. Is this a quick? Let me share this one. Because I haven't done this part of it in a minute. Let me see. Okay. Hold on. All right, here we go. Can you see the screen? All right, let's see.
I see your senator on there.
We want you to represent us. That's not simply a vote; it's a sacred trust.
And that runoff is coming soon,
to be
right?
thinking about them and their families.
Can't even skip this ad, but when is the runoff? And do you have a favorite in that? No, not really.
I don't care. I ain't from that state.
Nothing else.
Let's see. You might have to fast.
You don't like nothing else, homie. I knew nothing of.
Vaughn and Duck was like counting.
I don't know that.
What you don't know?
I don't know that.
I'm telling you.
But I don't give a damn about it. I helped this mama. Why do I need to know about two dead ass niggas? I don't give a fuck about Duck or Vaughn.
And when he speaks like that, I fully agree. Like we kind of glorify these rappers and hold them up as superheroes in a way, and they're just regular people. And sometimes we don't even really know their real name. But I'm gonna continue.
Obviously, the killers didn't care about me either. So
that's true, right?
So don't be mad at him. He ain't the one who killed the man.
Right, and I think he was saying he helped Duck's mama and paid her car note a little bit, and just kind of going off on them.
It was Duck.
They preached about killing.
FBG Duck, he was somebody that got. He's another rapper from Chicago, got killed.
I don't know who that guy is.
Niggas. Give a fuck what they were. Why y'all not helping their mama? Why a nigga from Texas got to pay his mama car note? Why? And y'all want to tell me what I'm gonna do with my money?
Yeah, you want to do it because you.
I didn't. No. She asked me.
No. She asked
you. A goddamn lie. How I know that bitch need a car note pay? Kids that die.
All right, here we go.
Bitch, all you hoes buried your baby. Fuck y'all pain, bitch. Give me back my goddamn money, hoe. Or suck my dick, bitch. In Chicago. Fuck y'all, suck my dick, bitch. I keep a goddamn gun for whatever. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about shit. Nigga, I keep a motherfucking gun. Nigga, I keep a motherfucking gun, nigga. Nigga, I keep a motherfucking gun, Chicago. Say, homie, you better, nigga, what you got? Man, you better sit up.
You heard that sound? Hold on.
Yeah, I heard that sound.
I'm gonna rewind it for the people listening at home.
Chicago. Say, homie, you better, nigga, what you got? Man, you better sit.
If you hear that, it could go down.
But, that could be sound effects, Brandon. So
that is true. That is.
Ain't nothing happened in this video to talk about.
I was gonna say because you know how people feel about guns and gun safety. how do you operate this way? Like, what kind of gun carrier are you as a man? You know, this is the Men of the Metaverse podcast, and you know, I think it's important to have some kind of gun etiquette or way you keep your gun or carry your gun, or you know, especially in a heated argument, because you can go grab your gun, somebody else could grab your gun, you could just be getting it just because, and somebody could kill you because of that.
Man, I haven't watched this whole thing. I just watched the scene that you just showed. Man, this seemed like soap operas to me. I don't know.
And that's what he said afterwards. He said, "Oh, you know, it's just a joke. I was just trying to get this guy's channel to blow up a little bit, you know, and it's just a stunt basically." I think he does that a lot. I'm not sure if it's real or not. He's passionate in what he says, but you know, he says he's playing a character too. So it's kind of, I can't take what he does at face value sometimes. I just have to kind of go with the message.
Now, Brandon, you were skipping. Play a longer part of it because
I mean, it's just a lot of talking back and forth. We can, like I said, he just cussing these people mama out.
From the knowledge I got, King Von was a killer. My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder, and my mama let everybody know I'm not in agreement in what my son's done. But look, so this is what I'm saying. You can't make me care about King Von mama. Fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about his mama. Y'all love his mama. I don't.
You know, Von and Duck was like counting.
I don't know that.
What you don't know?
I don't know that. But I don't give a damn about it. I helped this mama. Why do I need to know about 2 dead ass niggas? I don't give a fuck about Duck or Von. I helped this living mama. Fuck them dead niggas that preached about killing niggas. Give a fuck what they were.
Brandon.
Right,
why y'all?
See, it's kind of confusing. First, he said he don't care about, I guess, their mom. Then he said he helped the mom, and 2 sentences later.
Yeah, because what happened was, I think on the low, like behind the scenes, I guess he's been, you know, talking about the violence and stuff like that. And Duck's mother reached out to him, and they built a rapport because I guess he was talking about King Von. And I'm not sure if King Von I am sure King Von and FGB Duck, whatever his name is, they were at war. And they're both from Chicago, so they're on opposite sides. But, you know, his mother reached out to him, and she needed help, and he sent her money for a car note. So
why you need help? And your son, I don't know how the guy I never seen before, but Von had all that jewelry on. Why you need help? You got all that.
Well, you know, just because you have jewelry on and you sign a label deal, that doesn't necessarily mean that you've got money to make an impact in your family's life.
He could take that jewelry off, take to a pawn shop, get $2,000 for it.
And they probably have already done that. And then, you know, you still need some more money after that, because you can give somebody, especially if you're not educated properly in finances, I can give you a lump sum of $50,000, and a month later you blew it all because you was having fun, you was doing what you wanted to do because you went without for so long. So that may be what happened. It's like, well, now she's got a expensive car, and that car note is due every month now. And how long Duck has probably been dead for over a year, so you can't ride that too long.
You said the key words, the car note is overdue. So if you can't pay it, turn the car back in.
But no,
problem solved.
You can't turn the car in.
I can see like, I got this car paid off. Now I need a motor. I need money for a motor. But guess what? She got a car payment. If she don't want no more car payment, turn the car back in. They'll take it back. They'll take it the same day.
Do you know how that might hurt her? She's already lost her kids. And like I said, it's not a laughing matter, but people don't want to have their car repossessed. They may need to because they can't afford it, but in actuality, they don't want to face the reality. They don't want to wake up and live in reality where they can't afford certain things. They want to be able to just buy what they want to buy, charge it, and keep moving through life.
Chicago is a big city, so I know they got public transportation.
They do.
She can hang on that corner, wait till that bus comes. I think they got subways or above. They got you could catch one of those, you know.
But
you got your phone. You could Uber, do all that stuff.
But you would think, wow, this is a mother of a famous rapper. Shouldn't the music label have some kind of life policy where if you get killed at work, because he's a rapper, he was at work technically in a way, that's a reach, but yeah, we should pay out to the family.
Why pay out to? Why he didn't have life insurance on his damn self? Is he fucking pussy? Is he? Was he
Well,
doing? Was he
dude,
over? No, was he over 18? Fucking
Yes,
pussy?
it was. It was.
So he tried to act like a man stuff. So you do man stuff when you get grown.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when you live in a certain lifestyle. I think people don't want to think about life insurance and taking care of those kind of things, but you don't want to have your financials up in the air if you pass away. You don't want to have people trying to piece together stuff to pay for your funeral.
And I could guarantee you, those record companies had hedges against his death.
Yeah, they did.
So if he died, they go get some money.
Right.
They go recoup all that advance money they gave him.
Right. And like when people get killed, it seems like the internet will make them into something else, and people start playing the music more, making the record companies more money.
Well, Takeoff been dead for a month now. I'm finally see they ain't playing his shorts no more.
but isn't that so weird though? They never talked about Takeoff, and now he passed away. Man, Takeoff was one of the best Migos in the group. His the way he was rapping and this and that, and it's just fake love. And like I say, people want to leech on to your wave. Even if you die, they want to leech on to the wave and be like, oh, I knew him, or oh, I remember this song, and for their own personal gain in a way, especially online.
Yeah,
so it's kind of weird.
Thousands of dollars, millions of dollars was made off his death.
Mm-hmm.
Black people on YouTube, they did all this gossip. Man's doing all this gossip stuff. Like what these clowns up here talking like now is a bunch of damn gossip.
You're right.
It's like I'm at my grandma's house at 1 o'clock in the afternoon as the world turns again.
Right. And but go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
And Charlie White, he can control his emotions. He doing this for hype. That man paid Charlie White $10,000 to act crazy on this YouTube. And
right.
he go come up off some gossip and hoop and holler, shucking jiving, bull jiving.
And the thing with Charleston White, he's like, look, I've been in the community trying to do work the right way, the silent way for years, and I haven't gotten any attention. But when I do this stuff on the internet, go after these people, say this and that, that's when I get the eyes, and that's when I get the most response from people. And I think in a way he is waking up a lot of people. And like I said, a lot of stuff he says makes a lot of sense. And
Who he waking up? Street ninjas? Who is he waking up, Brandon? You black like me.
Mm-hmm. We're a different kind, but people really think that the code of the street and all that stuff is real, and we should worship rappers even though they're talking about destroying our community.
I ain't rushing no AIDS infested rappers. I ain't rushing none of that. I ain't rushing no rappers who sell dope in their community. I ain't rushing no rappers who downgrade their women. I ain't rushing no rappers.
But why not?
You give them $100 and the next day they don't got 10 cents.
But why not? What makes us different? Why? But that's what I'm saying. Some people can't see through. I'm not even gonna say it's programming, but it's like they feed us these rappers and we like the music, we like how it sounds, and we know what they're saying is wrong, but we still recite it, we still say it, I'm not gonna say look up to these people, but they have money. We look up to them in a certain way, and people kind of get stuck on that.
Because it's ninjas, man. It's coons. It's always been your coons around here in America, and you just got coons today. They just cooning. It's always gonna be that. That's why we can't come up. Watch this. I don't want to say this, Brandon.
Go ahead.
But as things looking now, I said this before. Black people ain't moving an inch, man.
We're not.
Only way we'll move something, we have to have the worst policies come out. We need to put a cap on this EBT. We're gonna have an EBT debate. All right. We need to put a cap on this Section 8.
Mm-hmm.
In it, like anything past 2 kids, you don't need get no more money. I should not be paying a person have 5 kids. Now I got tax dollars gotta go for 5 kids. You get 2 max. Since we believe in God, you get 2 max.
You talking about 2 max? What you mean 2 max? What's the 2?
Just say for every child, a person gets $200 in EBT money. So
and I'm usually not on your side, but I say almost you should have 2 max kids too. it depending on your circumstance, and like I say, we're gonna talk about this a little bit more. You shouldn't have 5 kids and you don't make a certain amount of money, because you're not gonna be able to pay for those kids. You're not gonna be able to take care of those kids, and it just have the snowball effect, and we have a lot of that going on. It's just bringing our communities down.
You'll see a lady on TikTok. She said everybody needs 6 baby daddies, because with 6 different baby daddies, because each one will give you $200 to $300 a month. So if you got 4 or 5 that's working, that's like a little over $1,000. You get all that money guaranteed for 18 years, and that's how she come up.
But that's sad. But is that really a come up, or is that's a hood rat come up?
That's a come up. You can sit on your ass at the house. You got $3,000 of EBT money coming in. You got you got Section 8. You paying $100 a month for Section 8, which they trying to get rid of. And yeah, that's a come up, Brandon.
But that's a lifestyle? Should somebody be able to go after that lifestyle if that's what they want to do?
Yes, people do it. And then they say 2 of their kids are mentally challenged. They're retarded, so they get the CSI money, coming in, and then she go to work for 1,000 hours. Brandon, check this out. She go to a job, on that job for 1,000 hours. I think it's 1,200 hours. On a job for 1,200 hours. Next thing you know, she slip on the bathroom floor. Disability all night long.
Right.
And it gotta be 1,000 to 1,200 hours to get that disability all day long. And now you set up.
Did I tell you about one of my employees?
I know somebody got his hand cut.
Well, it was a different one. This is old lady. She
Brandon, we live. Do you want to say this?
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna say it.
All right. So let's change. See, that's what real friends do. Let's just change that subject, Brandon.
Okay, but people do like to do different things and try to come up, and that might be the American way in some aspects, like, play the system. I think Donald Trump tries to do that in a way. Like, you see how the system is set up, try to play it, try to, make it work for you instead of getting worked by the system.
Yeah, Donald Trump, he plays the system, but as of now, he's been playing it legally. So what can you say?
Yeah.
What can you say?
Who do you think you'll vote for? If we were voting today, are you voting for Trump or Ye?
I'm voting. If I had to place a vote. Now, if I had to place a vote, I'll vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah, I'll vote for Trump too. I think I like Kanye. Like I said, I like a lot of his music. I like a lot of his ideas, but he doesn't seem to be making the right choices. Like it's kind of like he's unraveling a little bit. So I don't know. Go ahead.
Watch this, Brandon. This is black. This is how we do it, black people. Now, if you had to pick a vote, would you vote from Pete Davidson, or would you vote for Joe Biden? Which one you picking? Which one you picking, Brandon?
I'll pick Joe Biden. I'll pick Joe Biden.
So what you supposed to say? You think I'm gonna vote for an entertainer?
But
even Trump was an entertainer, but he's got 4 years of experience.
Right, that's true. But can it be the same way with Kanye? Because, like you say, Trump was an entertainer before he had some presidential years in office.
Kanye is too emotional to be a president.
And he's too busy with everything else. Like, I just think he has too many different ideas that he want to work out. He want to help homeless people. He want to help women who are thinking about abortion. Well, I'm just telling you some of the points he's talking about. Why you say he's not? He doesn't.
Well, show me the homeless shelters he started building up with his names on it. Show me that.
Well, Lewis, when you're trying to help, you have to make designs. You have to design it first, like you design the sneakers, and then you can start.
No, it's called clear the land, build up the building, put homeless people in there.
But that's the thing. I think he's on one idea, then he's on another idea, and then he wants to do something else, and it's kind of hard to finish something if you're never on task like you need to be in finishing what you start.
He said he want to help his people. Show me something. Show me what he done to help his people.
Well, he gave us Donda. That's one thing.
They ain't helping me. They ain't helping nobody.
No. And that's the thing, like people with money and like I said, he was a billionaire on paper. Like we talked about this before. What did he do? What did he change? Kind of like Obama when we had a black president. It's like we got what we were looking for. We wanted. We've always wanted that. And then you look and see. It's like what changed? What can we say? What can we turn
wanted
to?
that? Who wanted? Man, Obama's 50% white man. Who is you talking about?
And he's a foreigner technically, but you know that's the closest we've got.
Well, hold on. You put the word technically in there. Now, don't sound like Donald Trump over here, Brandon. Would you justify how he's a foreigner?
Well, I think he's Kenyan, right? Is he part Kenyan?
You made the statement. Justify me how he's a foreigner.
So is he half Kenyan, half white?
No, don't you
But
tell me
born in I can't remember Obama's stats like that. I'm just
Obama was born in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
His dad is from an African country.
Mm-hmm.
His mom is from Kansas or something.
Okay.
And he was born in Hawaii. How is Obama a foreigner?
Well, he's not a foreigner. I'm not gonna say that, but he's not like me and you, is what I'm gonna say. Like I said, we're all the same, but we're not the same.
He's like a Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Her daddy was born in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom was born in India with the red dot. So
it's close, but not exactly like us.
They may look like appearance on the outside, but they ain't us.
Yeah, and they may feel like I say, he may feel a certain type of way too. I'm not gonna say we're African Americans, but you know, when we say the term African Americans, he may have some views on us, and he may look at us differently than how he sees himself.
Who you talking about?
Obama. You think Obama he feels like he's one of us? He's Kenyan. Like I don't remember him kind of talking about that. I think we got some spam again in our chat.
Yeah, I see it.
Let me see if I can block it. But I don't think he really said like, did he ever say I'm a black president? Did he ever say anything like that?
I can't remember.
I just think he kind of teetered the line. I think he was like, I'm with y'all, but I gotta play this cool. You know what I'm saying? But I got you. Don't worry, I got you, but never had us.
Well, I'll tell you this: black people did not recover when Bush left the country. Black people did not recover under 8 years under President Obama. You got symbolism because you had a guy with a dark tan up there. Just remember, he's half white man, half black man.
Mm-hmm.
And out his own words, he said, "I'm not a president of black Americans, black people. I'm a president of all black people." That means you ain't getting nothing from me.
Right.
If he was going to be a president, he'll be a president of the Native Americans because he gave them anything they asked for.
Right.
If he was going to be a president, he'll be a president for the LGQ committee because he gave them everything they asked for. If he was going to get a president, he'll be a president of the Hispanics because he gave them everything they asked for. But if he ain't going to be a president for black people in America.
But do you think, like, because we know Donald Trump was the president, Joe Biden's the president, does neither one of them feels like they got to be like, look, I'm not doing anything just for white people. Why is it that the black president has to say that?
Say it again, Brandon.
Why doesn't Joe Biden say?
Because
is it automatic?
Well, because he looked, the white folks got a question. They want to know. They say, "Hey, President, your daddy is African. Mm-hmm. Do you feel a connection with these black people in America?" Mm-hmm. He looked dead at that camera. I do not. Then he passed the test, and that happened before he got president.
Yeah.
You know it did. They had somebody.
But what
had
if
to
he
test
would have
them out.
said, "Yeah, yes, I am"?
Well, you saw what happened with John F. Kennedy, right? Huh? Do you want a John? Do you want John F. Kennedy to be on your hand? Or how about President Lincoln? He loved President Lincoln.
Mhm.
You want Lincoln, another Lincoln to happen to him?
So let me ask you this: who is doing that? Who is doing that?
I don't know. It could be anybody.
But okay, but I say that because like I say, I went through Alabama and stopped at Selma, and I was just thinking about some of our leaders and what's happened to them. We had Martin Luther King, died
broke
yeah,
died broke. A damn house
got murdered,
got
got murdered.
foreclosed.
Yeah. Fred Hampton, he got
Died broke.
right. Malcolm X.
Died broke.
So if you are thinking about becoming a leader, especially for us, you would have to look at what's happened in the past to certain leaders. Do you think that kind of holds people back, certain people back, and they kind of know, or they just go ahead?
No, it don't, because now you have Charleston White. Charleston White say, "I'm an activist.
Yeah,
I could get paid. I could now go get paid money. I ain't gonna die broke." Because look at this, black people will support you, but they won't really support you.
mm-hmm.
If Brandon, a white person had my back way before a damn black person had my back.
And why? That's kind of true.
Here's a
I'll
story.
have your back. Go ahead.
Here's a true story. It's a Firestone 3 miles from where I live at.
Mm-hmm.
I went there. I said, "Man, I got some bad tires. I think it's a manufacturer defect."
Mm-hmm.
The man said, "Okay, I'll look at them." "Okay, yeah, man, you can replace these tires for six. We give you some new one for $600."
Uh-huh.
I said, "Man, it's a manufacturer defect, and I'm still in warranty." He said, "Yeah, we'll replace it for black man. We'll replace it for $600." I called the other Firestone, 30 miles away, white guy. He said, "Oh, well, come down here. Let me take a look at them." He replaced all my tires just for the labor.
Right.
So I just had to pay for labor and not the tires.
Right.
So $600 versus $100, $100 and something dollars. The black man said I could do it for $600. White
Did
man
he
said
even look it up? Did he ask his manager? Did he do any of that kind of stuff? He just
Which one?
the black guy.
They both went out there, looked at them, looked at the tires.
But I'm just saying, did the black guy check? You know how you just know
He don't have to check. He's a manager. He can approve it or not approve it.
Okay.
It's probably he didn't want to do the damn paperwork or they needed some money.
Yeah, I got.
And then watch this. Then I said, "Let me give these jokers a second shot." I took my Lincoln LS up there. I said, "I need to get an oil change." Man, black guy looked at it. You need synthetic oil for this car. I said, "Man, I don't need no synthetic oil." "Yeah, it says right here." Then I said, "Man, when this car came out, synthetic oil wasn't even invented yet." So that put a bad taste in my mouth. So I drove 30 miles, went to the white man to get it done.
Yeah.
So sometimes black people don't look out for black people. A
Right.
lot of time.
And it's something I was kind of talking last time I got my oil change. I was talking to the guy about synthetic oil, and he was just saying, like, yeah, the only difference is, one of the biggest differences, synthetic oil will last longer in your engine, so you don't have to get an oil change as often. Like, you can still put regular oil in over synthetic oil. It's just you have to change it faster. Is that a true statement?
Synthetic oil typically does last longer in test results.
Mm-hmm.
So by scientific tests, it'll last longer. But with my cheap ass Hyundai, if I put that synthetic oil, it's so slippery, it's so small, it will burn up that shit quicker. Because it slide past the rains, it burn up quicker. So I used to use synthetic in my Hyundai, but I now switched down to conventional because my conventional will last a little longer. Instead of putting 2 quarts between oil changes, instead of putting 3 quarts between oil changes, now I can put 1 and 1.5.
I got you.
But conventional is supposed to last longer, but Don't fall for them those gimmicks, man.
Yeah, and it's all marketing. They just trying to get money out of you. But
'Cause
you know, go ahead.
Toyota has a recommended oil change now for like 10,000 miles synthetic.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching a YouTube video. A guy changes oil per Toyota standards every 10,000 miles. Engine wore out in 170,000 miles, Brady.
What you mean, like wow? Just it was done?
Well, it started eating. It started burning up oil a lot.
Oh,
So
wow.
it had a lot of wear.
I got you.
And they took the engine apart, and they said this wear was created by not changing your oil often.
Regularly. Yeah, I got you. Mhm.
So that 10,000 miles is some bullshit they trying to sell people, but you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Because just think about it. You got an oil filter, right? It don't catch everything. And over time, your oil kind of wears out. So next thing you know, you be having small pieces of metal flying around your engine, creating friction, and it's gonna wear out. And the only way to get that out is a oil change. So don't change your oil. Brent, how often do you change? What's your mileage of your oil now?
How often do I change it?
Well,
what's my mileage on my truck?
Well, how do you change your oil? When do you know you need to change it?
Well, the truck I have, it has like the sensor. It'll tell you when you need the oil change, and when you get a change, it reset. I think it's on like 5,000 miles. So every 5,000 miles, you get your oil change.
And that's the Kia.
Yeah, the Kia. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it. I got the bad engine. I got the engine Eric had that burned up. That my cousin had that burned up. Mm-hmm. And a guy on our channel left a comment talking about, I didn't know Kia had no problems. I worked for Kia 2.5 years. Well, you just a dumb motherfucker. That's what you is.
Right? How do you? Because I know about the recalls Kia has, because I had an Optima. I mean, and Hyundai too. All of them really have the fire situation where they're just catching on fire. So it's been a lot of recalls.
Yeah, he told I ain't know about. Oh,
well, you lying. Either you don't work there or you just lying. One of the two.
Well, and guess what? This is what they teach the people at Kia. I don't know what you're talking about. It ain't true. I got the paperwork that says a lawsuit happened, and here's the settlement.
Oh yeah.
And I'm telling. And look at this, Brandon, black man. I got this black man at the Hyundai dealership. I said, man, I checked my oil, and I'm using a lot of oil. They went down there, black guy. You ain't losing nothing. This is normal. It's normal using 5 quarts between oil changes. Right. It's normal to use that.
So what do you think it is? It's just lazy, don't care, just
who? Who?
The black dude. The black, what's your experience?
Two things. Hyundai makes bad shit, and those bad people fuck them South Korean company because they scam people out of all. They sell millions of cars with bad engines, and they did it for damn 7 years in a row, Brandon.
Right.
So F them guys. You can suck a dick and die on one too. And those black guys, I don't know, man. I guess they see, when black people see another black person, they always got that resistance for some reason.
Yeah.
And and hating of stuff.
It's like a train kind of thing. Like that mindset, like you just always in competition. When we're not really in competition, like we should be helping each other out. You should be trying to give me a deal. Because if I see you coming in and I have an establishment or I'm working somewhere, I'm going to be trying to help you. That's what I'm supposed to be doing anyway.
I don't want to say give me a deal.
But
just
that's what I'm saying.
Do what you're supposed to do. Be fair.
And they can't even do that 9 times out of 10.
If you got a guy come in there talking about manufacturer defects on a tire,
right?
This guy may know what the hell he talking about.
He looked it up, right? But it's like, no, they don't want to be wrong, or they don't want you to feel like you know more than them, or you overstepping your boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I looked up, and with the warranty, I looked up the dates. You got like 5 years. Like tires got thread warranty. You actually got warranty on the quality of the craftsmanship for like 5 years.
Yeah, and it should be
from the manufacturer. See, most people don't know that from the manufacturer date. So these tires I bought was 4 years old, Brandon. all the treads still on there, but cracking all on the sides of the damn around the real well.
Right. And you know
So-
something's going on.
But yeah, I had to go to the white man, and he got me right. Black man tried to charge me $500 extra. But it be like that.
But that's what I don't understand about our channel and some of our comments sometimes. It's like, if you look at the majority of our content, it's not like we just slamming white people or going at them. We're pretty fair, if you ask me. Like, I know a lot of people like to stay away from certain topics or don't say what's really going on, but we really like to be real and be like, no, I don't agree with what we're doing to our own people. And you know, we have a problem buying crab legs or Jordans. Like, you don't see a lot of people saying that kind of stuff when we all know what the truth is.
And we don't even say white people. I don't really say white people because that's being too direct. I say the majority. If you but if you know what the majority means, you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
So
but and that made me think, like, is that being offensive? Like, if I say white people or black people do this, or if I was watching a white person on YouTube and they were like, well, this is what the black people do. I don't think we should be jumping in our feelings about every little thing, especially if somebody's being honest and being open about how they feel.
I just take some people feelings in considerations. So I say majority. So if you don't know who's the majority in America is, you don't even need to be watching this channel.
Well, speaking of a majority and somebody that actually owns a football team and has done a lot of things in the oil industry too, Jerry Jones.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not even sure if this has been
Pop a picture of Jerry Jones on here, Brandon.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
And I think about, if I share stuff on my screen, I think it's real slow. But
so you can see mine.
I can't share it yet. But once we talk about Jerry Jones, we need to find out how Stephen A. Smith responded to Jerry Jones incident. Did you hear that?
Oh,
Brandon?
no, no. Let me look that up real quick. Hold on. It's funny because go ahead.
I think his name is Stephen A. Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look how Stephen A. Smith respond to Jerry Jones, and look how Steve A. Smith respond to Kyrie Irving.
Okay, hold on.
Now, Kyrie Irving posted a link, shared a link. Jerry Jones allegedly got confused at this rally they was having. And was in the background. He didn't know what was going on, but looked like he was on the right side he's supposed to be on. So
I hope he didn't defend him. Hold on, let me see.
When I heard shopping with Rakuten earns you cash.
Fair use, people. This is fair use for copyright action 187-782. Use of fair use for educational purposes.
Jerry
or
Jones
take
answered more
it.
questions about a story published by the Washington Post earlier this week. So the Post published a story with a photo that showed a.
And before we get into this, we all know Stephen A. Smith hates the Cowboys, and he finds any way or any moment to jump on the Cowboys. So let's see what he did.
But I think he's friends with the owner.
Okay.
14-year-old Jones peering over a crowd of white students as 6 black teenagers walked up the steps of North Little Rock High School in Arkansas as the school was integrated in 1957. Jones said he was there out of curiosity, not animosity. Here's more from him.
That was 65 years ago, and I had no idea when I walked up there what we were doing, and it.
All right, hold on, stop it right there. So,
keep going.
Well, hold on, but this is my thing. Like, people just be lying. So at the time, he didn't know what was going on. He didn't understand that segregation was going on, and they were breaking some of that down, and a lot of people were fighting against it, and they were going to have to integrate a lot of black kids into some of these white schools. He didn't know any of that was going on. He just happened to just be out and about one day with his homies, and they just meeting up at a school. But I'm gonna go ahead.
And at this time, he had hair on his balls. So you don't know what's going on. You got hair growing on your balls. But
Right.
keep going.
It just is a reminder to me of how to improve and do things the right way.
And look at that black dude all in his face right there. Well, how close he need to be? But let me go ahead.
Okay. A little context here. The Cowboys are one of 7 teams not to have had a black head coach and have had 2 black coordinators since Jones has owned the team, but their highest football executive vice president of play.
Look at the black dudes looking. They looking like I can't say what I really want to say because I ain't gonna be on first take no more. So I gotta just tiptoe. But let me go
Player
ahead.
personnel, Will McClay is black. Jones has complied with the Rooney Rule, in which teams have to interview minority candidates. Jones said his decisions are made for business reasons, not race. Stephen A., your reaction to all of this?
I'm pretty pissed off. And let me say this. I'm pissed off, but not for reasons that people would think. I'm very, very fond of Jerry Jones, and I'm not hiding that from anybody. Is his record perfect? No. But I'm pissed off because he doesn't deserve what just happened. He
Why?
doesn't deserve it. Our report said he was 14 years old.
Yeah.
Another report said he was 15 years old. At minimum, that's 65 years ago. You're going to bring up a picture of Jerry Jones standing at this protest. No question.
Hold on. Was that a protest or were they?
They ain't know if that protest is peaceful. You know
Yeah,
what they were
but-
doing, spitting and fighting. And Steve A just said, if you can hang a man 65 years ago, you should not bring that hanging
Right.
up
Don't bring
today,
it up. Right.
2022. Because it happened so long ago.
Right. Even though they did that to Bill Cosby, they went way back. It was like, hold up. But I'm gonna go ahead and play. Hold on.
And
What
watch
was
it,
happening?
There ain't no pictures. He didn't have no pictures on Bill Cosby.
Right.
He say, she say.
Right. Exactly.
Is not something that anybody as a black person should be appreciative about. We had 6 students at that particular North Little Rock High School that was trying to desegregate the school.
No one should be okay with it,
Nobody should be okay with that.
regardless of
We
race.
understand that. We get all of that. We also understand what we as black people and as black folks, black men have to deal with. And by the way, to some degree, we still deal with a lot of things, and we all know it.
But this is my thing. He knows this, and it's like we just gotta accept it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I don't like. Like as black men, we have to just shovel all this in, hold it, and just deal with it. And everybody else, they can just do whatever they want. Oh, you had a picture in the 1957 where you was trying to, intimidate young people going to school, and that's okay. And you're just not racist. That was 65 years ago or whatever. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, just gotta overlook it, but could not overlook Kyrie.
Kyrie, right?
But we gotta overlook this one.
Right. Let me hear what else he got to say.
Racism is alive and well. Bigotry and prejudice is alive and well. We get all of that. What I'm saying is, here's the part that bothers me. You want to get on Jerry Jones and his track record, fine. In 2003 or so, you know what? You should have hired Dennis Green shouldn't have got an interview on the phone. It should have been an in-person interview.
Right.
You should have followed the letter of the rule of the law as it pertained to the Rooney Rule. He wanted Bill Parcells, universally recognized one of the greatest football coaches we've ever seen. It was clear he wanted Bill Parcells. Nobody else was going to have a chance of getting that job. That's what he wants to do. You want to malign him for that? Fine. You want to point out that he's one of 7 black NFL owners that's never hired an African-American as a head coach? Fine. Do all of that. Attack him for that. Go ahead. Yeah. No problem. I see a plethora of African-Americans employed by him. I see black players who played for him who rave about this man and what he's done for them on a personal level.
Time out, Brandon. Press the time out.
Right. What does that have to do with anything?
Correct. What ain't his job is to hire the best athletes?
Right.
If they black, who gives a fuck? Hire the damn athlete.
Right. That don't mean he love you or he feels differently about you because of what color you are. Like that don't have anything to do with anything. He's a businessman, so of course he's gonna try to hire the best person for the job. Is it some bias? Probably, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Depending on what kind of position you're gonna be in.
He gonna hire the best person who can run the ball and the best person who can throw the ball.
Right.
Now, come from management and leadership,
Yeah.
they ain't gonna hire the best person who can lead. They can hire a person they connect to.
Right.
That's why. Watch this. I know let me talk about black women right quick.
Go ahead.
Brandon, if a
Bob,
black woman
his hiring record.
Go ahead.
if a black woman becomes vice president, guess what vice president should be under?
What?
It'll be include diversity and inclusion.
Yeah, for sure.
They won't give it on no finance. They won't give it on no manufacturing. They won't give it over human resource. They just give it diversity and inclusion. Why they only pick a black woman for that top position?
I don't know.
Because they can say, hey, we don't discriminate. Look right here. We got a black woman who does diversity and inclusion.
But do you think it's just because that's a popular thing to do now, to uplift black women? You think that's a part of it?
You get two birds with one stone. You could say you have a black person in upper leadership, and you say you cannot be racist because you have a black person in this position. Two birds with one stone. And also, Brandon, people may not notice, a male is set by the age of 14 years old, more than likely. His ways are set, his demeanor are set, and you really can't change a male past the age of 8.
You're right.
So what he believes, he ain't too far from the tree since 14 to 80. He still had that basic understanding as Negroes, you don't need to be up in these spaces. And that's why he don't got no Negroes up in his spaces.
Right. Here, I'm gonna pull up the photo so we can kind of look and see how old we think he is, because I didn't necessarily look. He looked kind of young, but you still know what's going on. Hold on, let me see. Let me copy it right here.
Brandon, you know, black people, somehow black people stay on white people's lips every morning of the day. a white person ain't have to see a black person. They wake up, oh, what them niggas doing today? Man, you didn't see a nigga in 3 years and you're still talking.
Right.
The Buffalo shooter lived in a 99.9% white community, but somehow he said these Negroes take it over. So he drove 2 hours to a black community to do the shoot.
Exactly. Well, but look, and it's a group of people. So he didn't have any idea what was going on right here. Is that what you're telling me? He didn't know what was going on.
He just went out to get an ice cream cone and turned around, took the wrong turn, and ended up in this.
Right. I guarantee he know at least half of these people, because they all came together. This ain't something everybody just woke up one day and they just headed to the school. They planned this. And so for him to sit up there and lie like that just lets me know it's more to the story than meets the eye, for one. But if he was like, you know what, it was a different time. Yeah, we came to the school to intimidate those people. I would respect that more. I'd rather you tell me the truth, even if you're not telling me everything. But we know, look at these two young boys right here. Look at this dude with his cigarette right here. What do you think he was doing? Welcome them into the school. Hey, let me show you where the bathrooms and the cafeteria is.
He wanted all the people you see now. They ready to pop them. You know, they're ready to throw some water on them, throw a soda on them.
Right, and that's a real thing. Like we had people putting hoses on us, sticking dogs on us, just for trying to go to the same school that everyone else was going to.
And that's one of the reasons why we messed up too. Why you want to go to school, somebody go treat you like that for?
Right.
You know,
but hold on. But then we have another group that somebody's what do they do on their website? Somebody knocked their hat off, or just stuff like that. It's just what we got to deal with, and what other groups are going to deal with, and the other groups are getting results, and they getting things changed in law, not necessarily laws, but you can see the power. You can see their power. You can't see our power.
And those people you just said are in this crowd cursing and fighting. Because if those people would do predatory lending to black people, you think they won't be in the crowd like this?
All right. You're right.
Everybody else paying 10%, but you paying 30%. they give it hey man, hey, they in that crowd too. Don't fool me. They in that crowd too.
But are these people breaking the law? Should you be able to do that? So, like, if me and you went to a school and some students was trying to come in, and we just had a gang of people at the school, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think should have happened?
Brandon, you know it's illegal for 3 more black people to be together on the streets. You know that's illegal, Brandon.
Right. But what about
if you ain't moving? If you standing 3 or more, that's illegal, Brandon. That's they call that soliciting. No soliciting. You know, they even make up bullshit words for it.
So what about this mob? And you can see it's a camera clearly right here at the bottom. Like they were recording this. They was recording all of this that happened. So we know. I mean, we've got footage of it. It's not like they can deny that people were getting intimidated trying to go to school.
I would say Jerry Jones was well informed of what was going on, because back then entertainment communication was limited. However, a lot of people listened to the radio. A lot of people could have had a TV, but a lot of people listened to the radio, so they knew what was going on,
especially in that town. And you know, and this is Little Rock, Arkansas now, way back then, and you know how they felt about colored people. I'm gonna say that.
You know how they feel about them now. I was like, you better be careful going Mississippi, Alabama,
right,
outside of Atlanta. All those places are still bad.
Right. And how about, you know, we were going to coming back to Georgia from Florida, and we cut through Alabama to go to Selma. At least for about 30 minutes, I didn't have cell phone connection at all. Like just driving through these country areas now, no cell phone. But you know how you'll put the GPS and it'll work. So my wife was like, let me change it. So, because we were getting closer, we was probably about 20 minutes. And she was like, let me change it so I can see how long it's going to take us to get from here to the house. And it just messed up. And it took us at least 20 minutes to try to get a signal so we can get the GPS back on so we can finish getting to the bridge.
So you lost your GPS signal?
Yes. We didn't have a cell phone connection or a cell phone signal for the car. Because, you know, the car has navigation too, but you could not. It was in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't nothing out there. It just road and trees and some houses here and there.
Did you have your
truck and GPS?
No, do you packing your piece?
That trip, no, I didn't. I meant to grab it, but I didn't even have it. So I'm like, anything could happen out here. But that's what kind of world we live in. And I do normally travel with my gun just because anything can happen. You get broke down in the middle of nowhere or whatever. You never know what you can encounter.
Yeah, that's dangerous, Brandon. Because you know that,
and I have a family too. Like, you know, you travel with your family.
You in the perfect scenario, side roads.
Right.
You know, you stand out like a black man in cotton, man. Black man in the cotton field, you standing out.
And they had a lot of that out there too, cotton fields.
I don't know, but what they should do about Jerry Jones? Should they do the same training that they require Tyreek Irvin? Should they do the same training they did for him?
You asking me? I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah. And no, they're not gonna try to do it. But anytime because he's a white man and he's got some power. Jerry Jones be like, how dare you come after me? I told you I didn't know what happened. I just woke up and I was outside taking a stroll trying to see what was going on in school. I didn't know they was doing that.
Brian, I'll go share my screen right quick.
Go ahead.
All right, Brandon. Now this is training. This is training they need to do for this guy. All right, based on Jerry Jones' behavior, he needs to apologize for the anti-black racism behavior. You think he go do that?
No.
He needs to come out to the public and condemn anti-black racism. Think they go do that?
No. Hold on 1 second, Lewis. Keep talking.
He need to meet with the black community leaders of our choice. Jerry Jones need to donate $10 million for Black institutions of our choice. Jerry Jones need to attend accessibility training.
Mm.
And
Not gonna do
also, Jerry Jones need to meet with Minister Farrakhan and demonstrate a understanding. So he need to do some of these things just to be able to come back to the league.
Right.
Same way,
And go ahead. I'll let you
because
finish.
they require Kyrie Irving to do this,
And
Why-
suspended him too. And suspended him.
and they're spending them too for more than 5 games, 8 games, or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
But why they
He-
can't get this man to do the same thing?
Because he has a not the same group, but he's backed by a group that has power. When your group has power, hey, you can do that. You can put your chest out. But if your group isn't together and you have no power, you're just gonna have to bend the knee. And that's what we do most of the time. And we got Stephen A. Smith and them other brothers on there. They don't even want to talk about what the photo is. They talking about some other stuff outside of that. I don't even care about that. I don't care about who he hired. I'm just talking about the photo. How do you feel about what he said about the photo? They jumping. They jumping from one thing to
He didn't have
the
to say
next.
nothing. And this was the man who was acquiring all the demands for Kyrie Irving.
Right.
Wanted to bow down and
said
do
he
this.
was Jewish,
do that.
right? They said he was Jewish, right? Is he
I don't
Jewish?
know.
He look Asian.
Man, man, this man from Hong Kong. How you gonna be
Right.
Jewish?
Well,
I didn't
Jew-
say that. I guess
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because it's just a religion. He can be with that whatever religious group he want to be with, technically.
yeah. Well, I guess yes. Now, Stephen A. Smith. They try to change the subject. Don't focus on that picture that was 65 years ago. But you know
And he's
what?
upset.
What you
He's
done-
upset you even asking about it. Don't even ask about Jerry Jones. Which I
Yeah, he
don't
was
get.
upset.
Like, he's
The
like,
man
how dare
said
you ask
in the
about what
morning-
Jerry Jones was doing 65 years ago? I don't give a he's like,
Yeah.
I don't care what he did. Go ahead.
In the morning, he wakes up, see how much money he'll make his boss, and how he gonna get some of it.
Right.
So that's his MO.
Yeah. And that's just a lesson to, people can buy you and control you, but you may be okay with that, or you may not be. I'm not sure how Stephen A. Smith felt on some of these occasions. I think he's okay with it. Them other brothers didn't look like they wanted to do it. I see Shaq kind of trying to come out of the place we put him, with some of his comments and saying how, well, I didn't say Kyrie was this. I don't mean it like that. I'm just trying to,
Now you heard what Charles Barkley said. You heard what Charles Barkley said on TV.
What did he say?
He said black people
Mhm.
are the worst against the LGBT
Oh
community.
yeah, I did see that.
We treat them worse than anybody. What now? Ain't that some biggery shit?
Yeah. And is it true? I just
How
like
can it be
why does he but why does he feel that that's the truth? Or but when people do that, it's like they have a self-hatred. So it's just like, everything black is just we do everything the worst. Like you can call out some of the things we do that's wrong, but you don't have to just say we do everything wrong and just jump on us and want to love somebody else.
He said in his experience, he's seen us treat the gays and lesbians the worst out of anybody. But you know what, Brent? What you want me now? Oh, based on my experience, the jocks usually treat people the worst. I have a feeling he was probably one of the jocks.
You're right.
Treating those people the worst.
Right. And other people too. Not just, somebody who has a different sexual preference, but just anybody in general. Like he's a jock. They just feel entitled. They feel like they're great. They're athletes. They feel like they're above you.
And you bringing a man, if you want to talk bad, you bringing a man up here with a gambling problem. Lost all his money drinking and throwing people through motherfucking windows.
Right. I was going to ask you about that.
And he got the nerve 20 years later 25 years later to say this demographic treats gay people the worst, and he don't got nothing to back that up.
Right. And didn't have to do this. He didn't have to do this. He went out of his way to go on the show to talk about this.
They paid him that money. That's why he had to do it, Brandon. He took the money. Hey, what Little Boosie said, if you take this money, we can run a party on that pussy. He took he took the money,
Right.
and they're gonna have to run a party on this man. So if they need a black person to say the outrageous stuff, hire this guy right here, because
Right, he'll do it.
His wife. Well, I ain't.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
We
know.
just know how he feels. Like I say, one thing is okay. Like you can marry whoever you want, but when you have that self-hatred and you want to just attack us for no reason and act like the stuff you doing wasn't just as bad, and you saying it as if you're not black. Like you as a black man threw somebody through the window, and I think did he spit on somebody? I mean, he just has stuff he needs to be held accountable for too. And he come up with the thing, I'm not a role model. Don't have your kids look up to me. Yeah. So
yeah, he
so
said
now
that.
you did that, but now you want to switch it and try to just blame black people like you're not black.
Now look at this. It says Charles Barkley signed a 10-year extension with Warner Brothers and Discovery, which own TNT, that's worth over $100 million and could approach $200 million. Now, Brandon, what I may not, this is my opinion. It may not be Brandon's opinion, but Warner Brothers are ran by some gangsters.
And why you say that?
Because they push that gangster music, i.e., Young Thug,
right,
i.e., that mellow guy, i.e., Freddie Wap, and they push that prostitution music, i.e., Megan Thee Stallion. So they some gangsters, right? So they got no problem sending black people out there to do the gangster stuff.
And then they pay you to rap about it. They, they shouldn't they have some kind of tie to it? Like if you're gonna lock up Young Thug and his organization, isn't his organization tied to Warner Brothers? Some of his business, some of his money's probably been funneled through there in a way. Like if they wanted to, they could, or tax some of these label companies if they're gonna keep having artists doing this kind of stuff. But if that's what they want to do, in the grand scheme of things, like they like this. So no, they're not going to do anything about it.
And they ain't going to do anything about it either. So you got that right. But yeah. But I don't know. I feel like this episode didn't run smoothly, Brandon, for some reason.
But it didn't, but we did touch on some good stuff. I still want, because I know you have what's the girl's name? Shaquilla? The one that got attacked, and I want to do a video about that. I want to talk to you about that.
We better hurry up. It's dying off.
I know. But I want to do a whole episode about it because I just think it's a good thing that we could talk about as far as
you go set it up.
Yeah. I'll set it up.
You gonna have the talking points?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm not sure. Brandon, next time I'm on my computer, I'll be able to do it.
Well, we need to do that this week.
That's what I'm saying. My short day is tomorrow, so I can do one tomorrow night, if you want to do a show tomorrow night.
We can do one tomorrow night because it's about to wear off.
Okay, I got you.
And you gotta maybe give you some pointers. You could talk about friends, true friends. Yeah. You could talk about Mexico.
And I want, we can tie in some of the other tragedy that's happened too with the Walmart, the guy shooting at Walmart.
Okay,
and the other shooter too, because you kind of said a little bit about it, but some
other shooter,
the white guy who shot up the
gay people.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, it's
I just heard. Well, I saw it on my Amazon thing. Like they had a shooting in Atlantic Station. I think one person got killed and 6 people got shot, and so that's.
Now, what's Atlantic Station? I know it's in Georgia.
It's where, yes, it's like the Midtown area. I mean, not the nice area. It's not. It's where they done pushed all the homeless people out, and fix it up really nice. So you shouldn't have any shootings like that, like where people. I mean, you will, but you shouldn't.
So you tell me if somebody go to a casino, nobody gonna be shooting outside?
Well, you have Forever 21 and Dillard's, and you have. It's not a lot of urban places down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not no Foot Locker. It's not no DTLR. I don't think like places like that. It's not a GameStop. What other places we like?
It don't need to be. You just need an open space where people will crowd at. Then people come out there. I'm not going in no stores. I'm gonna go outside and start some mischief.
Right.
And you see that all the time. Durham used to have one. South Park Mall, open area.
Yeah.
Fight. People come out. No, ain't no ghetto stuff out there, but they come.
Right.
There it come. They said and what we doing now? I go slide on. That's an op over there, rolling on an op.
And that's probably what happened. That's probably what transpired out there in Atlantic Station. But I'm gonna look into it, and we may throw that in there too. But we'll end it tonight. It was a good show.
Let me say one thing, but quick.
Go ahead.
How do people with all these opposition, what they be saying to each other to cause them to kill somebody? Is the nigga in your same damn bedroom with you?
No.
So what's the problem you have with him? Is he in your house?
Hold on. I'm glad you said that. Before we go, let me pull up one more video. This is a quick video.
I can slide on op. What happened? He was on my Facebook page.
Right.
He was on my Twitter page.
Right. And that's all it'll take normally. Will it not? Let me see this. Oh, I got to sign in. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this real quick.
Oh, there's an opposition over there. What y'all fighting over? You on Section 8. You're written. Every time you open up a cereal box, a roach fall out of it. You know what's going on.
Right.
You know what's going on. Dirty. Your house dirty. Your car's raggedy. You got Michael Jordan shoes on. Shit. Well, I can sound like bigot if I want to.
Right.
Oh, look at that.
Hold on. I didn't want to do this one. Hold on. Can you see it? Did it
I
show?
know it's not on there yet, but you got to add it to the stream.
Okay, hold on, because this is showing too much. I don't want to do too much yet. Let me see.
Yeah, I remember I saw that white guy didn't know how to read body language. Every time I used to be a manager, if I had to talk to somebody, we both got to sit down. I ain't have nobody standing up. And I ain't standing up. Or you stand up there, I gotta stand up. You ain't getting the drop on me.
Should we show the unedited version or the edited version? Because I don't want them to try to block out.
Do anything you want to, Brandon. Make it quick because we live.
Okay, hold on. Let me go towards the end.
But yeah, guys, you gotta read that body language, man. You gotta read out. If your voice is elevated, don't elevate no voice around me. You better talk soft.
All right, hold on. Let me put it up here. Let's see.
And that's what got Takeoff knocked out. Security should have heard them elevated voices. And I'm security. Time I hear elevated voices, I'm shutting the bitch down.
Right, or leave. Just leave. It's okay to leave. But here, I'm gonna play it real quick.
But
you
fuck out of here.
I ain't never seen no bitches.
Who are you?
I'm Lil Kelpie.
No one knows you.
Kelpie the motherfucking
Kelpie the
pimp.
chere.
You ain't gotta know who I am,
fuck
bro.
Out of here.
Fucking Ben Franklin knows who I am, bitch.
Fuck out of here.
He knows who the fuck I am. I'm getting money every day. I said Ben Franklin knows who the fuck I am, bitch.
You see it, Brandon?
Who you call?
Right.
We see what you doing?
Yeah, coming up, getting closer.
You came out, you see it as a threat.
Ben Franklin, I'm calling you a bitch.
You don't see that. And then I can hear Bubba Dub in the background. Yeah, I was hanging in there though, and had to take some guys to get him off me, but I was holding my own.
Right.
You know who Bubba Dub is? Well, yeah, I get Bubba Dub, guy on social media. Always talking about he can't fight, he'll snitch on people. But yeah, he was hanging in there. The other guys had to get him off. So what happened in that clip, Brandon?
Somebody called somebody the B word. And you cannot call a man just every man that and think he's gonna be okay. You can do it on the internet. I think people get comfortable saying certain stuff on the internet, but when you're in real life, when you talking the same way you talking when you writing it on your phone, things can go down a little different.
See, well, Brandon, that's Brandon's opinion, but you can fast forward that video 4 minutes. If you talk to me like that, I may feel threatened. This period. If your voice is elevated, any man who elevates that voice against me, you better talk to me normal. Cause I don't like to fight, but I'll be the first to swing though. I'm getting the damn. I'm getting this sneak hit.
Right, and usually whoever hits the first person, that's who gonna win the fight. Usually,
I'm gonna be the first to swing.
Right.
Play the video just ahead a little bit and watch the conversation before this fight started. Just a little bit.
You talking about the same clip, or
yeah?
Talking about
this maybe 2 minutes, a minute before the B word.
Okay, well, I got. Okay, well, this is when they first
practice. Boy, fuck out of here.
I ain't never
nigga.
seen no bitch.
He was okay then.
No, don't play it. No, play it.
Are you?
I'm Lil
Who
Kelpie.
are you? No one
the
knows
pimp.
you.
Kelpie the motherfucking
Kelpie the
pimp.
clown.
You
Fuck
ain't
outta
gotta
here.
know who I am,
Fuck
bro.
out of here.
Fucking Ben Franklin.
See, Brandon, right there. You heard that? You can't talk to me like that. You better have that normal. You better be a woman.
Right.
You better have that normal voice when you talk to
Right.
me. Raise your voice or be.
Because it's getting aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
And,
Like-
and you start talking to people, and he leaned forward. He was like, he gave you a chance. He was like,
He knows who I-
what'd you say? And he did it again.
He didn't get
Man,
no
out
chance.
He knows who the fuck I am. I'm
You
saying
said
what?
what?
Every day. I said,
He was, going like a cat. He was about to ready to pounce. They ain't no giving no chance.
Right. He was like, wait, what?
Ben
said-
Franklin knows who the fuck I am, bitch.
Who you calling a
Ben
bitch though?
I'm calling you a bitch.
But all right, Lewis. We'll
And
end
then,
it.
and
Go ahead.
then look at the host. The host don't want to break him up. Soft
Right.
pussy motherfucker. What you
Getting all the
got to
money.
talk to? You got all the talk twos for, and you can't break these people up. See what they can do now? They can sue his damn company.
Right. But
Because
I think they
took a hit.
I think they kind of talked to him and got somebody to calm him down and get him not to sue. So that's why they said they would release the tape.
Hold on, Brad. You know good and well them guys who got no money. They ain't suing them.
Well, you could if you on a set and you don't sign the paperwork and somebody attacked you and you've been sending the clips out behind the scenes and you legally probably can't do that.
How does the clip get out anyway?
Well, they were saying the guy who got up and was scared, that's the owner of the platform. He was sending it out to people when it happened. But then was like, well, we can't really put it out. So I think they put out an edited version and they were trying to talk to the guy behind the scenes so he won't sue. Because you can sue somebody and plan, you probably won't win, but you can settle out of court. And we've talked about that too.
No. When you talk about deep, you gotta have money to sue, Brandon. Is
You
that
do.
retaining fee?
But you know, there are some lawyers that'll be like, look, I see the situation. I can make some money off of this. You can just sign over half of your money and I'll get us some money, but you have to sign over half or even more than that. And you'll go, a lot of people go for that.
And to be the lawyer, somebody better call Sal type of lawyer.
Right.
He
They out
do
there.
he do lawyers and sell phones on the side. You know, sell flip
Right.
phones on the side while he's doing a lawyer. Okay, let's see how far that gets. So
Lord.
yeah, Brad, we could call it a day, man.
All right.
But if you
Lewis.
could do something about Miss Robinson, that'd be a
Okay.
great thing.
Okay, we'll do that. But thank you guys for watching. This has been Men of the Metaverse. We appreciate you watching this channel, supporting, liking, subscribing, sharing some of our videos. Like Lewis, we just saying the other day, we got like 400 videos. So you'll probably find something that you like. And I just recently looked at that James Evans video. That's what it was, the one that had a lot of views. He was saying some good stuff on there. So make sure you check out that one about women and standards and stuff like that. That's a really good video. So
Same shit. Everything that's happening in the world, we talk about the same shit.
yeah.
You know. So yeah, damn no, Winona can't get a man. I should have played the other clip. Then she started talking about how the man looks and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I like, damn, 40 years later, we talk about the same
The same thing, right? The same stuff
So,
applies.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. If you can
But all
do
right,
it
Lewis.
tomorrow, I'm here.
All right, we'll do it then.
All right.
All right, bro.